A lot of people, when they finish their coach training, feel like what they've now got is a coaching business. And in actual fact, what they have is a coaching qualification and a burning vocation, but they don't have a business yet. In this video, I'll explain why that confusion happens and what you need to do about it to get your coaching business. Hello, I'm Sarah Short. Welcome to the Coaching Revolution's YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so that you never miss a video from us about how to build a coaching business that's financially and emotionally fulfilling. When we finish our coach training program and we have our shiny certificate and the absolute passion to be the best coach that we can be and to help as many people as we can, we feel we've got a coaching business or a fledgling coaching business. And in actual fact, nothing could be further from the truth. Now, the reason that this misconception happens so often is that the majority of people who take a coaching qualification have come from an employed background. When you come from an employed background, chances are that you have no experience of sales or marketing, because normally people who work in an employed position are given the work that they do. They don't worry about where it comes from, it just arrives and they deliver it. And if you think back to training, to university days when we were all trained to do whatever it was we did, if you go to uni to be a doctor or a nurse or a teacher, while you're going through your training course, you are provided with people to doctor, to nurse and to teach as part of your training program. And so it is with coach training. We are provided with people to coach, usually others in our cohort. And occasionally we might go out and talk to some of our friends or colleagues to ask them if they will let us coach them too. And all of that is part of our coach training. Now, if you go on to become a doctor, a nurse or a teacher, 99 times out of 100, you will go into paid employment. And so your next patient or pupil will walk through the door. Where they came from is not your concern. Even if you're working in a private hospital or a private school where the person who is going to receive your medical attention, your nursing or your teaching, they just appear in your classroom. Your job is to focus entirely on the delivery side and to be the best deliverer of your craft that you can. And that's not the case with coaching. Yes, there are some coaching jobs, there absolutely are, but there are also an awful lot of very experienced coaches out there. And so those of us who are newer to the coaching industry, the coaching profession, are up against people with thousands and thousands of logged hours as a coach. And so if you've got maybe 100 or 150 logged hours, if you're a new ICF associate credentialed coach or ACC, and you're up against somebody with several thousand logged hours, then it's quite apparent that they're more likely to get an employed position than you are. And employed coaching positions to coach in the way that we're talking about here are few and far between. And so for most of us, if we want to coach for a living, then we have to find our clients ourselves. Now, it feels logical that in order to find clients, what you need to do is cast your net wide and let everybody know what it is that you do. When in actual fact, counterintuitive though it may seem, the absolute opposite is true. The narrower your focus for your marketing message, the more likely it is that you will be successful. And for those who have an uber-focused marketing message that targets one kind of client with one kind of problem and addresses that problem by talking about the kind of outcomes that that sort of client can reasonably expect from working with them as a coach, those are the coaches who will find the most clients. And I know that doesn't feel right. It really doesn't. But I have yet to meet the coach who cast their net wide and succeeded. Now, there is a caveat here. There is one kind of person who finishes a coach training program and then goes on effortlessly to find clients. And that's the coach who has had a stellar career in a particular industry or profession, who has a little black book of contacts with whom they already have a reputation, and their way of building a coaching business is to go out and to have coffee with some of the contacts in their book who already know them, with whom they are already established and with whom they already have a really good reputation, and talk about this new thing that they're doing. Now, people who have that little black book and who build their businesses in that way, good luck to them. That's a great thing to do if you have the little black book. Now, there are two things about that. Number one, if you have that little black book, that's brilliant, but don't forget that not everybody does. People who have a little black book and who've built their coaching businesses with relative ease never seem to understand why other coaches struggle. They say, well, go and talk to some people that you know, but not all of us have those contacts. The people that the Coaching Revolution work with are the ones who don't have that little black book. And those coaches, the ones without the little black book full of contents who are desperate to work with them, they're the ones who need to get uber focused with their marketing message and develop the skills that go on the side of the weighing scales that deals with creating the opportunities to do the delivery. So where previously you might have had a job where your whole focus was simply the delivery side, now that you're a business owner, 50% of your time is spent on actual delivery and 50% of it is spent on creating opportunities to do that delivery. And this half, the creating opportunities half, is the half that most of us do not have. And that's why, despite the fact we feel like we finish our training with a coaching business, we don't. We finish our training with the delivery side of our coaching business covered off. We still have a whole bunch of skills to get, which are the skills we need to create the opportunities to do that delivery. And it is, of course, the delivery that makes our hearts sing. I'll talk more about the skills that you need to create the opportunities to do that delivery in the coming weeks. Remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss a single episode. I really look forward to helping you thrive in your coaching business.